Good day everyone, Complaining Gamer here. Today we're going to look at Cemu developer comments about upcoming features for version 1.9.2. I should state that there has been no official news posts and this information has come from Discord communications, but the deductions made are glaringly obvious. For those of you who are a bit behind with the latest news, we'll also cover some of the latest progress which you may have missed and get you up to date. Jumping right into it, the main bulk of development time for Cemu 1.9.2 has been ploughed into improving audio. Developer Exzap said, "I have been working on audio non-stop since the last release, but it's too soon to talk about results." He recently added, Cemu 1.9.2 is pretty much an audio-only update plus miscellaneous bug fixes. Expect lots of sound problems to be fixed. Now, for those of you who don't know, Cemu 1.9.1, the current version, broke compatibility with Super Smash Bros., forcing users who want to play to remove all Smash updates and DLC to get the game working at all. Smash Bros. Also suffers from severe sound issues. On this topic, Exzap said in reply to a Discord user, "Nothing is final until the release happens, although I don't make promises for issues that I don't understand 100%. He followed that with Smash not included, not a timer problem, in relation to a new third timing method for Cemu being worked on called RDTSC and most likely will not appear in Cemu 1.9.2. Now, I wasn't sure about the benefits of a new timing method, so I asked Exzap about RDTSC. I asked, how do timer options help? Some games just need timing to be precise. And the result of accurate timing? Effect of better timing is not directly visible in most games, except maybe Twilight Princess, which doesn't boot if timers are off. It also helps with games that rely on 100% accurate audio timing, e.g. Wind Waker and several other games which currently can crackle because timing is off. I then asked, so RDTSC will especially help with sound? He said, yeah, it's just another way to get accurate time measurement. On the topic of RDTSC, our resident Cemu Hook developer Raiko chimed in with, it should eliminate the need for cycle-based because RDTSC, like cycle-based, will always be monotonically increasing unlike the current host-based timers. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds great. In Cemu 1.9.2, Warriors Orochi 3 officially goes in-game. Developer Exzap also addressed a point about adding game-specific mods and hacks internally to Cemu itself. He said, "In my opinion, emulators are supposed to imitate the original system as close as possible. Extra features are not part of that, but as long as those extra features don't hurt accuracy, I guess they are okay. It's why we have graphic packs. But I also think including game-specific hacks and tools into the emulator is taking it too far. It's a Wii U emulator only." Here we have an update about the NVIDIA shader RAM issues. Latest news in regards to the NVIDIA shader RAM problem is that it has been addressed and is going through quality assurance currently, which takes months apparently. My next point I have not seen reported anywhere and is potentially very exciting. It relates to removing the 60 FPS limit inherently built into the Wii U and therefore Cemu. For those of you out of the loop, we have recently seen the introduction of huge performance boosts in Breath of the Wild, as well as the possibility of the previously thought impossible 60 FPS within the same game. Mods are also becoming more popular. You can check out my content on all these topics below. As you can see here, I'm playing with a classic Ocarina of Time Link in Breath of the Wild. To get back to the point of removing the 60 FPS system cap within Cemu, this should apply to any and all games. The way it will be introduced is through game profile edits, which will give the user the choice whether to enable it or not. What it means is that games will theoretically go above and beyond 60 frames per second dependent on hardware. On the point of RDTSC timing, Epigram on Discord said, RDTSC may also allow to make it easier to go above 60 FPS. He added, we can probably already use the over 60 FPS profile option because Zalfanos' Breath of the Wild mod is dynamic. FPS and shrines stick to at least 60 in most systems. Exzap replied with, "I am aware. I wouldn't add it if there was no practical use." I reached out to Epigram for further clarification on the point made by Exzap. He said he will add a profile option that allows higher than 60 FPS in games. Currently, Cemu Wii U globally has a 60 times per second limit. That means even if I remove VSync entirely on a particular game, it only goes up to 60. This would allow the Breath of the Wild mod, for example, to go say 90 FPS in shrines. I've altered VSync on Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD, and they also went to 60. PS, of course, most games would need to be modded. If they alter their base FPS, they usually alter their base game speed. The Breath of the Wild one does it dynamically, for example. As an additional note, a discussion opened about games which adjust speed internally regardless of FPS. I wonder if there is any Wii U game that already has dynamic time step support, so altering the VSync towards higher or lower FPS would automatically play correctly anyway. Kind of like most PC games. If their FPS is 10 or 120, they still play correctly more or less. I would not be surprised if some Wii U games already do that. So when Exzap adds the new profile option, they just run well. Exzap said, "Darksiders 2 does that, I think. Gameplay runs at the same speed regardless of FPS." By now, most Cemu users understand that their performance experience is based on their hardware. Reddit user Klukos tried to display an FPS difference based on RAM speeds of 2666 and 3466 on a Ryzen 1700 CPU, noting a 22% increase in performance. However, it should be noted that Ryzen CPUs specifically benefit more from higher RAM speed more so than other CPUs. In fact, its single core performance, which is crucial to Cemu, is directly connected to RAM, so take that info with a pinch of salt. User Brad Liam has shown Hyrule Warriors actually playing as opposed to crashing thanks to some undisclosed modifications. The side effect being hilarious and bizarre glitches. I'll link to the full video down below. One topic I was personally curious about was high-res custom environmental textures in Breath of the Wild. Given that we're now seeing mods coming in, I wondered about this possibility. According to Discord user Coldshock, the attempt to use environmental textures, especially of a high resolution, led to crashing due to memory limits set internally within the game's code. The theory remains whether we can remove this limit or not. It has not been explored. Let me finish by saying that there has been no official post made by the Cemu team themselves. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit that like button. If the content was interesting or useful, please feel free to subscribe for more daily, dedicated, quality content from myself, the Complaining Gamer. Take care, have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time.